In this video, I want to talk about this Instagram post that randomly came across my Instagram feed. And the reason why I find it so interesting is because if I look at the likes, all the attractive female friends that I have on Instagram, they liked this post. And also, if you look at the comments, it's full of women simping for them. I don't really see any men. And yes, part of it is they have good facial features, but it's also the hairstyle. So these guys, of course, like they look good. They have good facial bones, right? But I don't really see any of them getting simped before the transformation, but I do definitely see them getting simped after. So that's kind of the point. Their bones didn't change, but their looks drastically improved. And it's really important to have a hairstyle that hides your phalos and also frames your face and also adds texture. So this one is, of course, a middle part with a ton of texture. Personally, I prefer it when the sides and the back are longer, but still, it looks pretty amazing. It looks way better than the before. And the other one was hiding halos, basically. And this one frames his face better, looks more interesting, adds more texture. It's just one of those that are pretty common amongst chads that women tend to sit for. And there are chads with all kinds of hairstyles, but there are specific ones that keep getting simped over and over again. So there are definitely preferences when it comes to hairstyles. So this next one, also the same thing. I don't really imagine him getting simped like this, but in the after, there's so many comments just saying how pretty he is. And of course, part of it is his facial features, but the other part of it is the hairstyle is pretty amazing. It adds texture. It has waves. It frames his face better. It makes him look way better. In the before, he used to look way worse, even though his bones were the same. And yeah, this one's definitely getting simped a ton in the comments by women, of course. This next one, also, I don't really imagine him getting simped in the before, but in the after, he just looks way better. It frames his face better. Although it would look better if he had more texture. So I think the second one was the best one, simply because it had waves and texture compared to the other ones, but still looks way better than before. And this one, again, I don't really imagine him getting simped in the before, but in the after, I do imagine that. Even though I do think it lacks texture, it would look better if you had a perm. So only the second one, I think, is like a 10 out of 10 or really amazing transformation. And the comments are mostly simping for the second one. Of course, part of it is bones, but like I said, having hairstyle that has texture, that frames your face, that hides your phalos, etc., is pretty important. And also there are people simping for the barber as well. Like he's not really the most attractive guy, and the barber has basically a flow haircut where it's medium length. It has waves, so perhaps he has a perm, perhaps it's just naturally wavy, but it looks really amazing. They all look pretty amazing, and they're way better than having basic hairstyles. Now, of course, I'm fully aware that facial bones are more important, but all these things matter. We have studies proving these things matter. We have before and afters proving these things matter. So you kind of have to have an holistic approach to looks max. You have to focus on everything. There are people, for example, in the red pill that they only focus on physique and they ignore the face. They get a buzz cut, they grow a beard, and they look like shit from the neck up. And then you have people on .org, they only care about facial bones. They can look good from the neck up, but then terrible from the neck down. You kind of have to have a holistic approach to looks maxing, in my opinion. And the studies back up that worldview as well. So focus on everything. Hairstyle matters a ton too. It depends on your facial ratios. For example, if you have a longer face, you need longer sides. If you have a big forehead, perhaps you should hide it. If you have a great forehead, then don't hide it like this guy. So it really depends on your face. And yeah, it's always better to have a more interesting haircut that adds texture, waves, but hairstyle is definitely something that you should not ignore. You should not just focus on one thing that looks maxing. You should focus on multiple things and try to optimize everything. Yeah, I wanted to share this video because I see a bunch of women in the comments simping for them. And I also see a lot of women that I follow liking this post. So yeah, I thought I'd share it. And yeah, that's pretty much it.